Right, let's do a sound check. And if all goes to plan, this can be the introduction. So I filmed a broken tree the other day. It's really windy down here. I'm on a really short leash, so to speak, where I've got that in there. So I'm hoping, I've gone really dizzy. I'm hoping that you can hear me, that wind isn't too much of an issue, and then I can show you around. So I'm going to keep it on selfie mode actually, but I will just press pause for a moment, okay? And then I will pick this back at no. All right, I'll press pause, I'll sound check, and if it sounds okay, I'll carry on. No, I can't do that either. This is the introduction. Then I'll have, hopefully, either in the playlist, the tree which they chopped down, which I am almost convinced was just because they're having the Bingley Music Festival at Myrtle Park really soon. I'm going to show you what looked like a yellow brick road last night. It doesn't now, but it did. I'm going to show you it all, so stay tuned. And I'll also show you the tree, or link it in the playlist. So thank you for listening. It is Sunday, it's August, and we have little legs. Bye for now. Enjoy. And I filmed just beneath us. Now it's really windy. I really hope it works. Here's the pathway. Here's the most gorgeous crazy dog. I mean, happy dog, not crazy. And so this is what looked like a yellow brick road yesterday, because it was night, well, it was dusk, and there was orange clouds in the sky. And you see, this van wasn't parked in the way, and it wasn't as built out yet. So we'll walk down here anyway. But it really did appear that way. Let's look at the nice views. I'm absolutely convinced the reason that tree got chopped down is because of this festival. They have it every year. Now, you see this over here, I'm going to zoom in and show you. I could even see the stump from here. Sorry, just 2 seconds. Right. So the stump is just to the left of that tree. Before there would have been 2 huge trees there. Now there's one behind it, which is a lot younger. Now, wagons, there's a road behind the trees, just like where my finger's pointing, which is the way things come in. Although you'd think things could come in this way, they really don't. They come in that way, which I think is why, Ben's having a roll, which I think is why they chopped the tree down, because it probably scratched somebody's car last year, and somebody's lorry or wagon, and I bet somebody's put an insurance, I'm just speculating. However, I wouldn't be surprised if someone put an insurance claim in last year for damages to their vehicle on the entrance in, and that would be enough for these days for them to chop it down. I can't think of any other reason why. It certainly wasn't diseased. Now, that said, they've chopped 1,000 trees down up here. Now, I'll try and include the footage for that in with this too. All being well, if I can clear enough space on my phone to actually put everything together. Otherwise, this is going to all be a disaster. Now, it's so windy, so I'm kind of like, well, you can see by my hair, but I've got the microphone there, you see, so I'm trying to keep things so you can hear. And look at the ripple on the water. You really can't see the wind. I really hope this footage is going to be usable. I don't know where Ben is. Oh, he's probably in the water. Here he is. Good boy. I was right, he was in the water. So I'll try and stay as close to the edge as possible to both show you the ripple effect. Oh! As well as the, I'm going to walk around to the tree stump, you see. So, I'm really trying to windbreak. I think I'll pause it. Oh, hang on, the wind's just broken, so fingers crossed. I mean, you can see looking at that, and bearing in mind that this bit here wasn't here, it was just one tier. You can see why it looked like a yellow brick road last night. Now, there's no chemtrails. I haven't seen any chemtrails yet today, which is brilliant. Feels weird walking on this rather than walking on the grass. Right, now the wind's picking back up. I might just have to edit this because of the wind. So I'll keep filming though. And I'll keep sticking to the edge. Look at this tree. After all this, you probably can't even hear me at all. So I've not really been making many videos recently because, to be honest, if I don't really feel inspired to talk, then I don't talk. So there's a lot of things which I'd like to talk about which I don't. Yet at the same time, there's a lot going on, isn't there? A lot of chaos. Yeah. So I just don't want to be part of that, really. I never have wanted to be. I've always tried to keep a distance between myself and the darker... Oh, that looks dirty. It looks like there's dust actually inside the camera lens. Yeah, I've always tried to keep a distance between myself and the darker elements of the so-called truth movement. So yeah, I've always done my best. And I've always done my best when talking about things to not be naming names, although it's difficult to always succeed at not bringing names into things. But in the past, when I've talked about horse racing or anything that I've talked about, it really isn't a blame game for me. It never has been, because everyone's coming from different perspectives. And most people, the vast majority of people in life, no one's bad. People believe in the angle from which they're coming. Nobody believes they're doing things to be bad. Well, a very small minority, but the vast majority believe in what they're doing to be the right thing. That doesn't make them bad people, even if what they believe in is wrong. It makes them very misled people. So I just always feel like really sad about that, but I can't do anything about it other than do what I do, be myself, and those people who get me and understand where I'm coming from, great. But for those who don't, the best thing they can really do is just switch off, because what's the point listening to me? You know, it makes no sense to me. So we have sunshine, which is nice, isn't it? And now we're walking towards a stump. Now, because of the tree behind it, actually you can't really tell that well from here. I do want to go across the bridge, but just to complete this video segment, because I can't tag too many minutes together, I don't have room. So we'll just, hang on, the sound. We'll just try and get up here so I can film the stump, because not everyone will have seen the footage which I've released of the tree when it had just been chopped down, and you could actually see it laying across the pathway there. So if you haven't seen that, then please do watch. I released it today, so... And here we are. You'll be able to tell the size of the tree by the width of the trunk. I mean, we're talking hundreds of years old here. Far older than that one, but they couldn't have chopped that one down because it would have been an outcry. Oh, this has been burnt since they did it, which is interesting. So that's the company that did it. Here the poor tree is, to try and give you an idea of the size. You know, it's mammothly big. And whatever explanation really is there, then the idea that it's branches, because remember, it was here, it was huge, it was coming across here. I can't think of any other reason. Now, the one thing I will add, which is irrelevant to that tree, is they're saying that they've chopped 1,000 trees down in St. Ives. I will share the footage with you on this video. I'll tag it on after. Let me just get out of the wind and then I'll carry on filming, okay? And just like that, I was out of the wind. So yeah, this footage So I've heard the trees going a few times. I think I've mentioned on camera even a few times. Now, once I go over that bridge, it's going to be really windy, so I think I'll just finish this off here. They're saying that they had some kind of disease, and that's why they've had to chop them all down, and that they're going to replant them all. Now, I'm not saying that's not true. I don't know. What I am saying is, I didn't hear anything about it, and then suddenly it was happening. And then there was an article in the paper. But that said, that doesn't mean the information wasn't out there. I'm struggling to find much information. If anyone's got any, then please feel free to message me at ninavalentine077@gmail.com. And it's St. Ives, Bingley, 1,000 trees being felled. So if anyone knows anything about this disease, I'd love to hear more. All right, I'm going to sign out because otherwise this will be too long to upload. Thank you so much for listening and watching, and you all take care and have a good week ahead. All right then, bye for now. God bless. Little Legs, are you going to say bye? And good boy. Yeah, he doesn't really understand. Come here, little one. And he's all wet. Aren't you? You're all wet. Come here. There. Bye-bye. I'll see you soon. Good lad. Right, that looks so trippy. Anyway, I found the tree footage which shows where they felled the trees. So that's coming up next. And if I film any more, it'll be in this location. This is actually really close to where I filmed, where I film usually when I'm thinking of Max. And Max has definitely been on my mind this last few days. And the ironic twist is I had no idea that he'd been in all over the papers again. So I only found that out yesterday. And I rarely look at Max's Facebook because it pains me, it really hurts. We've got sunlight now, yay. So it was really bizarre because yesterday I was looking at Max's Facebook, heartbreaking. And then some of the things he'd written on there, and then the person who I then spoke to on the telephone mentioned everything that I'd just been reading about, but in a different context. Which, if things go the way that that person's planning, will become apparent how they link to Max in the near future. Anyway, sorry to go off point. What's coming up is trees further up here which have been felled. It's actually the walk towards the altar rock as well. And anyone who knows my backup Facebook will know this is a picture of me looking at something, and that was taken up there too. Alright, thanks for listening and watching. If any more comes, it does, and if not, then this is it. So bye for now. This will Ben as well. Oh, we've not got very much film time, so we'll zoom on quickly in. You see ahead of me, to the right we've got the green, and to the left we've got a lot of soil. It's where they've been chopping trees down opposite. So you see here, and you see there, that's where they've chopped it down first time. The altar rock's just up above, at the top, near the pylon-y things you can see. And it's just so tragic. All of these trees have been taken out. I've been meaning to film this for ages. Hang on, little legs, hang on. So I haven't got very much film time. It might even conk out any second. But at least you get to see why there's a ghastly gap on the hill. It's just dreadful. I don't know what they're building. I don't know what they're doing. They can't be building anything there. But why are they taking all those trees down? It's so strange. Little Legs is here. Ben. Hello. Good boy, he says. Well, I did start to upload the video so far. And then I thought, oh my God, how can I not film here? It's absolutely perfect. I thought to myself, I'm going to talk about Max, I'll make a separate video and I'll stand by that. But honestly, I tend to keep my... it's very personal to me. And there's a certain level of survivor's guilt attached because at the end of the day, my life almost got taken first and then Max got taken. So of course I've got a level of survivor's guilt because I feel like as though if my life had been successfully taken, then Max would still be alive, which is awful, you know? awful for me to feel that way, because it makes me feel really guilty that it wasn't me. Anyway, here we are. Let's get off the darkness and enjoy a little bit of joy. I'm only really filming this today because they're changing YouTube yet again, so that your edit suite is even less usable. I so wish that, I really wish that my decent computer worked. Instead, oh, look at this. Don't think I've ever noticed that before. It's all about angles and lighting with these rocks. It really is. It almost looks like a yin-yang sign. Look at little Ben. What a view. He's always brilliant, is Ben, at finding things. I'm trying to ignore the rubbish because there's nothing I can do about it. Okie dokie. Need to be really sharp. This bit of footage ends on this with the most amazing globe down the bottom left. It's actually a pyramid-shaped rock. I'll whiz you around to the front. So this last part of the whole entire footage is here. Prior to then, I mentioned that, but you've already seen that if you see this. Hope you enjoy. Thank you for watching. Take care. God bless. Bye for now. Yeah, I just knocked it off. What a plonker. So yes, Ben's really good at finding things. Now, I knew they build fires down there sometimes, but I didn't know that that one was there. Look at this. Looks like a musical note as well as a 6 and a 9 looped together, and like an infinity loop all together. It's so much clearer on camera than it actually looks in real life. Edgy. And then, what's that meant to be? XL, maybe? No, a swastika. It's a backwards swastika. Well, when the sun goes in, it doesn't look anything that special here, really. So let's just march onward. It reminds me so much of Ilkley Moor here. I mean, completely different because it's in the woods, but for the rocks, which are everywhere, it reminds me of Rombould's Giant and the story behind Ilkley Moor, the Cow and Calf Rocks. If you don't know that already, I suggest you Google it. Well, I've got a feeling my phone's going to call any moment, so I think rather than risk that, I'm going to sign off. Because if it gets too much longer, I won't be able to even upload this. Because I don't have very much room on my actual camera. And this is going to be a camera video edit, where I tag the bits together, you see. So, we'll show you, hopefully, a little bit of niceness, she says. The colour looks so pale today. And then sometimes it keeps switching between really colourful and quite bleak. Depends on the light, you see. Oh, look at this rock here. I've never been here before, you know. Oh my goodness. Almost went flying. So this would normally run down, that stream. Because it's been so dry this summer. But look at this. And this would be in line with the altar rock itself. That's very interesting. And there clearly is an old pathway that used to come past here. One which is not still walked, or is it? Yeah, we're going to sign out with this. Very interesting. I'll try and find out more about it. But thank you for watching. Look at the sunlight just there. I don't know what to say or think about this. I'll show you a few more angles. It's definitely a pyramid, no matter which way you look at it. I mean, it feels like an entrance point. Like, should I knock on the door? No. It looks like a house, doesn't it? Well, that's it. We found the way in. I always thought there was something underground behind us. Oh, look at that. Look at the light. That's interesting, isn't it? Oh, it's gone. There. Look, it looks like Jupiter. It looks like everything. Every colour to see. That's That's really interesting. All right, I'm going to save this before I lose it. If I can get some more, I will. Here we go. We're back. I know it's just the light reflecting, but it's the strength of colours. That's really unusual. It really is. For me to have such clarity. And look, it looks like a face and eyes, and that looks like it's above someone's skull. You see someone's eye sockets, and it's only at its strongest when it's right there, where in essence the third eye would have been. And now I'm saying this, it's harder to pick up. That's just something else, isn't it? It's out of this world. Literally. Well, it's in this world.